Welcome back, eSIM Studios. We have another case review here for the Pixel 8 Pro. Now, I know what you're thinking. What are you doing with that girly looking case? Well, actually my wife purchased this case for her Pixel, but the Mosnovo cases are becoming more popular. And I said, you know what the hell, let me review it. Look, we may have some female viewers. Actually, we do. I was looking at our YouTube analytics, and we actually have, look, not a large amount, but a decent amount. I think it was like 9% of the viewers are female, which is to be expected. But anyways, if you like the look, not the design, excuse me, if you like the design of the case, but don't like the look of it on the back, I do have the link here to show you they have a ton of options to choose from, right? So if you're a guy and you like the design, just not the back of it, well, you go to our link in the description box, and I think they have like literally, I'm not joking, I think, actually, let's check it out. I think they have like 70, I believe. Let's check real quick. See if they have any guy looking cases. I think most of them are girly, but let me turn the flash off so it doesn't reflect. These are about 18 bucks, right? 19 bucks, but they do have a huge selection. Now, like I said, some of them are girly, or most of them are girly, but for our female viewers out there, there are some cases that are not too girly looking. Like, I guess you could get away with that one if you're a guy. Or, look, they got, here's a you know, a guy could, I guess, use this one. That looks pretty cool. What do we got here? Oh, yeah, I was going to order this one. Damn it. So, a guy could definitely use that. Let me favorite that. And honestly, I'll probably purchase that here this afternoon. So you could get away with that. That one looks cool if you're a guy. Most 50 options. Okay, so there's 50 of them. So I'm not going to go through each one. As you can tell, they got a ton of cases of designs for this style of case. So just go to the link, see what you can find, and look, there are some guy-looking cases in here. Most of them are girly, but you know, it is what it is. This one you could definitely rock if you were a guy. So I'll link this in the description. Mosnovo is not sponsoring this review. You know, no affiliate links. We're just case lovers that give you our honest opinion when we review case that we purchase. So now I saw this and it caught my eye. Casetify. Mosnovo is basically a knockoff brand for Casetify. If this case looks familiar, you're like, wait a second, I remember that style of case. Yeah, well, Casetify also is a much higher end brand that has the same exact design. Hang on, let me pull it up. Okay, so I'm on the Casetify website. Hang on, that's for the Pixel 8. Okay, there we go. Now we got the Pixel 8 Pro cases. Now check this design out. Does it look familiar? Let's go with something like this. Does it look familiar to you? Same type of camera bar border. Even where the Casetify has their name. Look at the Mosnovo. Now, this was what, $18 on Amazon? Look at the price for Casetify. They are $58. $58, not including, there's free shipping, but I mean, you got to pay tax, right? So that comes out, we've ordered some in the past for the previous series, Pixel 7 Pro, and I think it was like $65 with tax. So you're basically paying 65 bucks for a Casetify case, or I'll show you, this is the exact same design. And actually, if you go back, I'll probably link it in the video below, in the description box below. I did a side-by-side comparison, a Mosnovo case versus a Casetify case with our Google Pixel 7 Pro, and I compared them. the design, the construction, the look, the durability, the protection. It's a carbon copy of Casetify. I hope I'm not blowing up your spot, Mosnovo, but it is what it is, right? So if you want a similar looking case, almost an identical case to Casetify, then you can come buy this at the link in the description box from Amazon for a fraction of the price. Now, let's get into this case. It is actually very protective. Well, I take that. It's very protective with a few caveats, right? And we'll get to those in just a second. It's a very, very rigid design. It's not like those cheap clear cases you buy on Amazon where it's like super flexible and it looks like it's just one thin layer of clear TPU. This is super rigid, super strong. You can barely flex it. It has a bunch of protection in the corners. If you can tell at the top, it has air pockets. You can see through it. It has air pockets on all four corners on the inside of it. All right. It's got a 2-hole punches for a wrist lanyard to be put in there. You have your volume down, volume up, and power buttons right there. Easy to put. The one thing you have to worry about these super rigid cases is that the buttons are hard to push. Well, if you look here, they're cut out, and they actually cut inserts on either side. On the left side and the right side, you can actually put your nail through it, but that helps with actually pushing the buttons through the sidewall of the case, so you're not having to use a ton of pressure just to get a few clicks of your volume up. There's the flashlight, but a nice big cutout for the power, speakers. You got your mic cutout up top. You have a slightly indented cutout for the earpiece. And let's see, lip protection. We'll throw it on here in a second. But one of the caveats is the camera protection, right? Look at this one. See how much protection this offers for the camera? Not only is it elevated, but it has individual cutouts for the camera sensors and the flash and the temperature sensor right there. Well, this one has it exposed, right? So that's one thing you got to worry about, and it's not elevated. But let's go ahead and put it on and see what it looks like. It is a fairly tight case, but it looks nice, right? It looks nice. I mean, I wouldn't go outside with this because people would question me, but it is what it is, right? They do have some designs that are more male-oriented, I should say. But it does provide some lip protection. It's elevated. Now, this does have a glass screen protector, which elevates the screen 0.33 millimeters above the original screen. So if you do not have a screen protector and just have the factory glass right there, there will be more of a pronounced raised lip from this case, but as you can tell, it is still raised even slightly higher than the glass screen protector, which is always good to know because if you lay your phone face down, it's not going to scratch on the surface, right? Whether it's a counter or if you accidentally drop your phone, should protect it. It is a hard material. This is not your classic, like as I mentioned earlier, it's not your classic clear TPU case. This is a, you know what? Hang on, let's see. It is a pain in the ass to take off. It is on pretty tight. I'm not going to lie to you. This is a pain in the ass to take off. See how tight it is? So that's one of the caveats too, is it's a tough case to take off of your device. So this is a hard TPU, I forgot to mention. That's why it's so rigid. And on the sides is a soft TPU. So you have a hard material on the back that gives it the rigid look and feel. And then the sides, as you can tell, are flexible. So that helps with taking on and off the case as well as drop protection. Because in the science of a phone drop, this does provide two of the main factors you're looking for in a case for drop protection. When you drop it, you need the back panel to be rigid and stiff, because the more movement, you know, this happens in a fraction of a second, right? Fraction. You want a stiff and rigid back panel. The less movement, the less chances of glass moving, whether it be the front or the back of your phone, and it means less chances of it breaking, right? But you also want a soft border around your phone to absorb the impact of the shock, the inertia. You want your border to absorb that shock, and then you want the back panel to be rigid so it prevents your phone from flexing ever so slightly when it hits the ground, right? So this actually provides a look. It's again, it is. They could have increased the protection for the camera on the back, but whatever. This is their design, not mine. But this is what you get. So at least it does have the true drop protection when it comes to rigid back, soft border. I just wish it had a little more camera protection. Speaking of that, you can tell just a little bit raised, not a lot. See right there, right here. Just a little bit, but it will not touch. It's not going to touch if you lay it face down. It is a little more like with this other one. If you try to do that, it will not slide at all. Watch. Whoops, I'm pushing buttons on my phone. All right. So it is a little more slippery just because of the material they use, but no big deal. Shouldn't bother most people, but just letting you know. And let's see if the mic cutout is properly lined up. Yep. Let's see the lip protection. It does not push up on the glass screen protector. And it does provide, it does provide some lift, so you're not going to be touching the screen if you lay it face down. Now, let's try charging. I have the USB Type-C cable that came with the phone. It is a decent sized cutout. Not the biggest I've ever seen, but it's decent enough to where most USB Type-C connectors should work with some room. So I think that should cover 99% of cables. I've seen some huge thick cables for data transfer for a number of things, but you only see those super thick cables for, like, you know, most people are not going to have those. Let's check wireless charging. Damn, I'm dropping stuff today. This is plugged in and should work. There we go. It just takes a second. Charging wirelessly right there, so it does work with wireless charging. And that will probably do it. I'm trying to think, is there anything else here that oh, the clickies. Let's try the clickies. Ready? So not the loudest, not the most clickiest. I've heard louder, but it's not quiet. I can't remember what case review I did the other day where it was basically silent. And I was like, whoa, I don't think I've ever come across a case where it does not make any sound. But I can't even remember which one that is. We review so many cases, but this one does a little subtle click. So, anyways, that is the Mosnovo case for the Pixel 8 Pro. I'll put a link in the description box so you can check out all the 50 different designs they have. And I'll probably also link the video from last year's Pixel 7 Pro where I compare the Mosnovo case side by side with the Casetify case and we break down everything and compare and contrast the two cases together. So I do appreciate the time. Please subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions whatsoever, if I forgot to mention something, or if you have a question about anything, please hit me up in the comments. You can also contact us via email, which is down in the description box. But typically, I've answered a few questions yesterday in regards to cases, like is this case better than that case, or what would you choose, Caseology or Spigen, or does this feel grippy? Oh, speaking of, you know what? Normally I like to use a case at least a day before I do a review. I didn't use this one. I've used them in the past, but this specific one for this device I did not use because, I like to, there's little things here and there that once you start using it, you're like, you know what, this really annoys me. Or, there's like for the Z Flip 5, there was a case that one of the cutouts down here by the power really was just poking me in the finger and was bugging the hell out of me. And you're not going to, a regular case review, they're not going to tell you that. They're just going to throw it on and be like, oh yeah, it looks cool. But I like to use mine and let you know, hey, like this thing right here pokes me, pokes you in the finger. Anyways, I like to say we have the most detailed, most comprehensive case reviews on YouTube. Just because we love cases. My wife and I love to buy and use cases. I'm not going to ramble on, but if you got any questions whatsoever, please give me a holler in the comments. I check them every day, so I will definitely answer any questions you have in regards to anything really, but just let me know. So thank you for viewing. Subscribe to the channel, and I'm looking at like 3 or 4 cases in front of me, so the recording continues, and more case reviews. I got more case reviews, not only for this Pixel 8 Pro. I have case reviews for the Nothing Phone 2 on the way, and I have more cases for the S23 Ultra, which I'm filming on. So we're a do-it-all tech channel over here. We report on tech news. We do case reviews, app reviews. If it involves mobile tech, we are going to cover it on eSIM Studios. I appreciate the time, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace out.